For the longest time, I've wanted the Beyblade company to make an anime stadium. Well, we've gotten stadiums like suitcase stadiums, double-decker stadiums, and even a stadium where you can destroy the ever-living life out of your opponent. We've never gotten an anime stadium. And for good reason. These things are massive. I mean, look at them. But still, it was my childhood dream to battle in one of these anime-like stadiums. So today, I'm gonna try to make that into a reality. Here's the game plan. Step 1, convince my friend Buddha to model me an anime stadium just like the Beyblade X anime. Okay, already done. Awesome. Step 2, using a 3D printer, print out a giant anime stadium and assemble it. And that sounds a lot easier than it actually is. You guys will see later in this video. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. Anyway, step 3. Print out custom Beyblades and Beyblades from the anime. If I'm gonna make a giant anime stadium, I wanna use some anime Beyblades as well. And finally, step 4. Battle in the anime stadium and live out my childhood dream. Alright, and that's the game plan. Let's get started. So to start off, here is the model, and oh my goodness, this thing looked so cool. Just like the Beyblade X stadium in the show, there are no walls. It's just these giant slopes. Also, you can't really tell, but this is humongous. To put in perspective, only this much of the model fits in my 3D printer, and my 3D printer is huge. Anyway, the next couple of days, my printer was working overtime, printing these giant pieces of the stadium. This took the whole entire day to print, and I have to print 15 more of them. I'm cooked! So yeah, each piece took like 8 hours to print. So while I was waiting for the stadium to print, I moved on to step 3. Creating custom Beyblades to use in the stadium. Now I have 2 Beyblades in mind. One is Stone Mount Blanc. In the anime, it is a pretty powerful defense type owned by Takumi, and Takumi is a pretty plot relevant character, so I'm surprised we've never gotten it released in real life. Well, actually, it's kind of just a reskin of Night Shield, so I understand why I didn't make it. But I still want it, so we're gonna print it. As for the second Beyblade, it is a Beyblade created and modeled by my friend Spooky, which we like to call the Nuke. For the untrained eye, this might just look like a normal Beyblade. But no, we created this Beyblade to be the most powerful Beyblade of all time. By just making it super heavy and giving it crazy contact points that make insane collisions in battle. Not only that, I'm printing it fully made out of metal, so this thing is gonna be an absolute monster in the stadium. I can't wait to use it in the anime stadium. The only problem is my printer doesn't print metal. It only prints plastic, so I'm gonna have to outsource it. But crazy enough, the company that I've been using for the past year to outsource my metal prints has actually sponsored this video. That company is called JLC 3DP. This is absolutely insane, and it's like a dream sponsorship. I use them to print my Fusion Beyblades, my Lost Beyblades, and even my $300 Beyblade. They are the fastest and the cheapest option for printing metal parts online, and I think everyone I know in the 3D printing Beyblade space uses them. I mean, look, this metal part for Stone Mount Blanc is only $8, and all 3 parts for this fully metal Nuke Beyblade is only around $30, and that Beyblade's made out of 3 different metal parts. To use their service, all you have to do is find a Beyblade 3D model, upload them to the website, choose the material. Again, I usually go with metal, stainless steel. For the description, just toy part, and boom, submit order. And here it is. Let's open this thing up. I am actually so excited. All right. Here are our metal pieces. So here is the metal piece for Stone Mount Blanc. And here are the metal pieces for the Nuke Beyblade. Alright, let's assemble the not as cool one, Stone Mount Blanc, first. So I use my normal 3D printer to print the plastic parts, and let's just put it inside the metal. Okay, and there we go, and now we just add the sticker. And boom, here we have Stone Mount Blanc in real life. And honestly, this is so cool, it's kind of surreal. Anyway, time to assemble the other Beyblade, the Nuke Beyblade. I want to give this Beyblade a little more color, so I'm going to spray this metal piece green just like our design. Alright, and here we have it painted. I also decided to add the avatar chip as well, and now we just assemble the Beyblade. Oh my goodness. This thing looks so awesome. And it's so heavy. Alright, I have a scale right here. Let's see how heavy this Beyblade is. This Beyblade weighs 103 grams. Oh my goodness, this thing is so heavy. I cannot wait to see how this thing performs in the stadium. And again, I want to give a big shout out to JLC 3DP for sponsoring this video. I'll have their link in the description, and if you want to print the Nuke Beyblade, I'll post that file in the description as well. Anyway, back to the stadium. I printed part after part after part, and it took forever, but eventually all 16 giant pieces of the stadium were printed. All right, let's assemble this thing. Oh, there we go. This thing is huge. Now it's time to glue all the pieces together. I bought some super glue to glue this stuff together. This stuff is super sticky, so I'm gonna wear some gloves. I'm probably gonna put some trash bags on the ground so I don't glue the stadium to the floor. So I glued everything with my ultra sticky glue. I accidentally got some on my arm, and it is still there, and this is like a week after recording this, so that might be concerning. And there we go. Here is our giant life-size anime stadium. I'm a little too excited to use it, so I'm gonna battle on it. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness. 3, 2, 1, go. Get him! Oh no! Okay, so as you can see, there are cracks in the stadium that do stop the Beyblade. So what I'm gonna do is I actually bought like $100 sander, and then I also have some primer and some putty. Basically what this is gonna do is this is just gonna make the whole entire stadium pretty smooth so the Beyblades don't get stuck in the cracks. So I'm gonna have to do this outside, so let's go do that. And that's what I did for the next couple of hours. I added putty, sprayed primer, and sanded the stadium until it was as smooth as possible and all the cracks were gone. As you can see, the stadium is a lot smoother now. Now Beyblades, when they go in it, won't fall between the cracks. And yeah, now you might be able to tell this is not the anime colors now because it's all gray. So I did buy some blue spray paint, so I'm gonna spray it over and I'm gonna paint the stadium to look like the anime stadium. So let's go do that right now. So I spray painted the middle of the stadium blue, painted the sides of the stadium gray like the anime, and added a red hexagon in the middle. Next, if you look at the stadium in the anime, it has a bunch of different shaded blue hexagons on the side. I am not painting all those hexagons. I could barely paint the middle red hexagon straight, so I'm no artist. Anyway, instead, I thought, why not just use stickers? So I printed the hexagon pattern on a bunch of stickers and just stuck them to the stadium, and I think they look pretty good. All right, and there we go. I also added a yellow ring to kind of look like the anime. I think one of the final steps I have is to apply this Mod Podge. So basically, this will give a glossy finish to the stadium. The stadium right now is a little rough, so hopefully it'll make it smoother for the Beyblades. And yeah, this is basically kind of a glue sealer. So let's do this and hope it doesn't totally ruin the stadium. Lucky for me, it did not ruin the stadium, and it actually looks pretty good. So that means we're finally on to the last step, adding the rails. Now it's finally time to add the rails. I don't want to get glue on my fingers, so that's why I'm wearing these gloves. And boom, here we have the anime stadium. Honestly, I think it looks so good and it's pretty anime accurate. Also, this thing was much cheaper to make than buying a giant stadium. The Burst anime stadium I had to import from France and it cost me close to $500. Yeah, not my proudest moment. This homemade stadium though only cost me around $50. So yeah, a crazy difference. Anyway, now it's time for what we've all been waiting for. Let's do some battles in this real life X anime stadium. But I didn't want to do just any battle. Because this is an anime stadium, I thought let's do some battles against Beyblades from the anime with my very own team. In the anime, a team usually consists of 3 Beyblades, so this is my squad. We have my man Stone Mount Blanc 360 Needle, the Nuke 160 Gearball, probably the ace of the team, and finally, the last Beyblade is going to be Nightmare 360 Rush, the Beyblade I used to win a real-life Beyblade tournament a couple months back. As for my opponents, they'll get stronger and stronger as the video goes on, starting with Team Persona. I am so excited, so let's randomize the order for both teams. It's gonna be first to 2 points. Everything counts as 1 point. It looks like battle number 1 is going to be between Wizard Arc and the Nuke. Oh my goodness. So it's first to 2 points. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There is the Nuke. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There's Wizard Arc. Dude, Wizard Arc is going for the attack. In every hit, it just flies off the Nuke Beyblade. This thing is so OP. You know, I feel like the Nuke doesn't even need another launch, so we're just gonna launch Wizard Arc again and see what happens. Yo, the stadium is so sick though. It goes around the whole giant stadium. Wow, the stadium is working great. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but this is the stand we use for our giant burst stadium. And this stadium is actually even bigger. So it's bigger than the burst one we had before, and it is fully 3D printed. Anyway, even though we launched the Nuke like twice, we did one battle before, we just relaunched Wizard Arc. It looks like the Nuke is still gonna win. I feel like we might have made this Beyblade a little too overpowered. It's like maximum attack, maximum defense, and maximum stamina. Let's move on to round number 2. This time, we have a less OP Beyblade on my squad. We got Stone Mount Blanc versus, wow, Dran Brave. And I gotta say, Dran Brave is a beautiful Beyblade. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Stone Mount Blanc. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And Dran Brave. Oh, Chip Rip jumps off. 3, 2, 1, go. Go. All right, both bays are in the stadium. Oh my goodness, the rails are working so well. Oh, X attack, but it misses. The stadium is so big that an X attack is not gonna guarantee that you hit the opposing Beyblade. Anyway, even though I was saying Stone Mount Blanc was washed, it kind of cleaned up Dram Brave pretty easily. All right, well, I already crushed Team Persona, but just for fun, let's do the last battle. Here is Hell's Reaper versus my Nightmare. Oh my god, it is so cool seeing the Beyblades go all the way around the stadium like that. Oh, solid hit from Nightmare. Oh my goodness, this stadium turned out way better than I thought it would. I'm gonna be honest, before I started sanding and when I did that first test battle with Phoenix, I did not think this was gonna work out because I thought the Beyblades were just gonna get stuck in the cracks, but the sanding and honestly the Mod Podge really did the trick. Anyway, let's see who the winner is. Oh man, Hell's Reaper might have more stamina. No, it does not. Go, shoot, go, shoot. All right, go get him! Oh my gosh! Oh, that was sick. Oh, I feel like this stadium's also pretty good if you want to do like multiple battles. Like it's so big and it's pretty flat, so you can do maybe like 3 or 4 people at once. You definitely cannot do that in the normal burst stadium. Anyway, it looks like Hell's Reaper might be able to take this one. Oh, never mind. My Nightmare takes it. So that is 2-1 and 3-0 total. So I totally, completely destroyed Team Persona. Let's move on to the next team. My next round opponents are the ones that beat Team Persona at the top of the X Tower, Team Pendragon. Okay, so this team seems a little harder. Let's randomize our bays. Okay, crazy matchups. Round 1 is between, I want to say, the aces of both squads. We have Impact Drake versus the Bomb. Round 2 is against defense types. And then round 3, we have Nightmare and Weiss Tiger. 3, 2, 1, go. There's the Nuke. Scared. 3, 2, 1, go. And there's Impact Drake. Oh! Impact Drake went for the full extreme attack, but the Duke is just so OP. He wasn't the one that was launched. Impact Drake was the one that was launched. That is crazy. I feel like that's like an extreme finish. Anyway, that's 1 point. 3, 2, 1, go. Can the Nuke even lose? I feel like this Beyblade is like, it's impossible for it to lose. It can't get knocked out because the second you touch it, because of its contact points and its weight, it blasts you away. This is like the ultimate defense type Beyblade. Anyway, talking about defense, let's move on to the actual defense battle. Here we have Stone Mount Blanc versus Black Shell in the Giant Anime Stadium. Alright, this is going to be a little more of a boring battle because they're both defense types and they're not really going to use the extreme line, so they're just kind of battling in a giant like coliseum. Let's fast forward it. Dude, Stone Mount Blanc is like spinning around like crazy. It's so off balanced. Alright, and the winner is Black Shell. Go. Shoot. I feel like this is pretty anime accurate. I think Black Shell would like wipe the floor with Stone Mount Blanc in the anime, so in real life the same thing happens. Oh my gosh! Never mind. Dude, this Beyblade is moving so strangely. It's like movement patterns are not uniform at all, but it's kind of low-key working. Oh my gosh, it's so off balance. And down it goes. All right, Black Shell takes it, so the score is 1-1. It's all down to this last battle between Weiss Tiger and my Night Mail combo. Go, shoot, Weiss Tiger, and there's Night Mail. Oh my goodness, solid it is. I actually kind of like these walls on the side. They look like they're just for decoration, but they actually do act as walls for this stadium because it's sloped so high up. Anyway, let's see who wins this. We got Weiss Tiger versus Night Mail in the Giant Stadium. Solid hit from Night Mail. Alright, but Weiss Tiger, it does have the Unite Tip. But the Unite Tip isn't enough. The winner is my Night Mail combo. This feels like I'm like role-playing in the anime, and I don't know how I feel about that. That's like kind of, that feels a little like too nerdy for me. Oh my gosh! Yo! Weiss Tiger! So yeah, in this stadium, to get a knockout finish, you have to aim for these like 4 corners over here. If you aim for here, usually it hits the wall and the Beyblade comes back, but Weiss Tiger. But yeah, the score is now 1-1. 3, 2, 1, go! Weiss Tiger! 3, 2, 1, go! There is my Night Mail combo, and it hit him on the same exact spot using the rails! Alright, well that means my team wins, and I move on to the final team. My final opponent will be the strongest yet. For this one, I tried to create the most overpowered team of attack types from the anime. We have Jackson with Grandbuster, Ryugu with Cobalt Drake, and Burn with Phoenix Wing. Honestly, I just picked these guys because they're super powerful in the anime, and also because I want to see attack types in the stadium because it's fun. So yeah, let's just do some battles. Let me randomize the order. I'm not gonna randomize the order. I'm gonna put the bomb last because it's so overpowered, and I'm gonna randomize everything else. All right, so first off, we have Night Mail versus Grandbuster. Night Mail, Grandbuster. Oh! He went flying. That was crazy. Go. Oh, a solid undercut from Grandbuster. All right, it looks like both bays are kind of winding down. It is going to be a crazy hit when they do hit, though. There we go. Okay. Oh, yes, the wall saved him. All right. I feel like Grandbuster's probably going to lose just because it doesn't have as much stamina. Let's see. And that is the case, so I take the first battle. Next, we have Stone Mount Blanc versus Phoenix Wing. I think Stone Mount Blanc might be cooked, but try your best, buddy. Try your best out there. 3, 2, 1, go. Phoenix Wing. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. This wall basically just acted like a ramp there. It sent Stone Mount Blanc like flying in the air. All right, I guess the score is 0-1. 3, 2, 1, go. They really can get a lot of power riding these rails. Do it again. Oh my goodness, a back attack, and he hit him again on the rails. But this time he was actually saved by the walls. All right, Stone Mount Blanc, you got this. Oh my goodness, those were some crazy attacks from Phoenix. but it looks like it is running out of stamina, and Stone Blanc takes the second battle. Go, shoot. Go, shoot. All right, Phoenix, oh, a burst! Wow, okay. Phoenix wins. Those are some awesome battles, and we move on to the final match, Cobalt Drake versus the Nuke. So in the anime, Cobalt Drake's owner, at least at the beginning of the anime, he was at the top of the tower, he was the best blader. So let's see how the Nuke does against... What am I even saying? The Nuke is gonna destroy this Beyblade. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm trying to hype it up as if, oh my gosh! He just sent him flying! That's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to hype it up as if like the Nuke has to fight this like uphill battle, but let's be honest, the Nuke is so overpowered. Did you see that? Cobalt Drake went to attack him and Cobalt Drake went flying. Like actually flying. Alright, well, I mean, let's see how many Beyblades the Nuke can take out. Let's go. Yeah, see? The Nuke barely even moves. The attacks do nothing to him. If anything, they do more to the opponent. He doesn't even move. Out of here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to print the super OP Beyblade, I'll have the STL file in my description. And yeah, if you guys want to see more anime stadiums made in real life, comment what anime stadiums I should make. Should I make like maybe some from Burst, like a turbo anime stadium? Again, I was talking about the drop stadium. Like I feel like now that I know how to make these, like the sky is the limit. So yeah, if you guys want to see more anime stadiums, leave a like. I'll see you guys later. LeftBurst out.